What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports. We moments away from tip off. Ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Charlotte Hornets in a big time game tonight. Y'all better buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports TV. The game should be starting shortly. It's about time. When the last time we hear the Hornets in postseason in the same sentence? That's what we have tonight. We got Knueppel live and direct. It don't get no better than this. The Charlotte Hornets continue to cook up. It's going to be a good one, y'all. We're going to have KJ Simpson, K2. We're going to have a couple of guys tonight. Obviously, some of our veterans, they're going to sit it out. We won't see McNeely. He been turning up to a lot of head waves. Pause. You know, everybody talking about McNeely. So this is big time stuff. Salute to all y'all that's in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports. You already know what it is. We are live. Salute to all y'all that's in the building. Shout out to all y'all. You already know what it is. We got the Charlotte Hornets coming in. It's about to be big time business. You already know what it is. Salute to all of my Hornets fans all around the world. Also, another thing, don't forget about LaMelo Ball. I hope y'all streaming that album from Jello. Jello's album is out right now as we speak. So make sure y'all show extra love to LaMelo Ball. Stream that album. Make sure that album is just out there. That's what we want to see from Jello. Stream his album. But nonetheless, man, you remember when Jello walked these doors? You remember when Jello walked these doors in Summer League? You know, he had big time aspirations. But for whatever reason, you know, it just is what it is. But nonetheless, we are seconds away from tip off. Seconds. Knueppel live. It should be a good game. Knueppel, man, this guy has having a redemption period right now. You talk about a flip of the switch. The first couple of games for Knueppel was whatever, but then look how he has turned it up. Look how Knueppel has changed everybody's tune on him. You know, I think that's huge. How when you talk about Knueppel, now you're seeing a lot more respect on his name. People was ready to write this guy off of a game or two in Summer League. You know, and I think that's a problem in today's analysis. Knueppel, I mean, I'm not gonna say the first game, so I wasn't gonna be alarmed because I was. But it is what it is. It's crazy. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts on Knueppel? Because the same thing was going on with Miller. They let Knueppel look like he gonna run it up because they haven't pulled Knueppel. If you look at some of the other players that's in Summer League, you know, the top players, they not playing no more. You don't see Ace Bailey. You see they shut down Harper. Come on, with Cooper Flag, forget about it. You know, so this guy, he's really the only one that was really playing. And give him credit and the Hornets credit because they could have pulled him. He could have had that one game and say, you know what, we're gonna sit you out. We're gonna let you ride out with this. But I really think that Knueppel wants to play. You know, and he's showing you why. I think he could be the reason and the catalyst because McNeely already proved himself. You know, Liam. It seemed like and I'm looking at all of McNeely's statistics and the way people view this kid. McNeely is viewed very high, you know. So I understand what's going on with him. Why they sat him? They sat McNeely like he the top pick, you know. So I mean, the Hornets they could very well win this draft if Knueppel could give us anything. They would have very well won this draft. And I think that's spectacular. We are moments away from tip-off, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody go get that new Jello. league of my own, unbelievable situation because I think KJ almost deserves backup point guard duties. Yes. How can you not say that about KJ? But I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. The Hornets they got a lot of good quality guard play, so it's gonna be tremendous to see what happens. We shall see. We got the Charlotte Hornets live, ladies and gentlemen. The Hornets live. We're moments away from tip off. Isn't this what we want? You know, we always wanted this for LaMelo, and we're seeing it firsthand. The team is starting to come together. Dare I say, for the first time, it's looking like a competent basketball team. This is crazy. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Shout out to Thunder. The Hornets, they are playing postseason basketball in the summer league. The Hornets and postseason going together. You know we're in the right direction. Um, we look like we got the right cast of characters now. The veterans look solid. You know, I really think we are overlooking the talent for the Charlotte Hornets because it's going to be tremendous. I'm telling you now, the Hornets are going to be a force to be reckoned with out there. Um, and I think it's large part because of the Eastern Conference. I think we are sleeping on that. We looking at the Eastern Conference like it's just only for the heavyweights. It's a weakened Eastern Conference, so I mean Milwaukee should just walk to the finals. It's a weak Eastern Conference, so that's why the Knicks should just win it all. Why can't it be a weakened Eastern Conference that the Charlotte Hornets they could sneak in and get in the playoffs? Why can't that be one of the factors? I don't see why not. The Hornets, they would, I mean, they was knocking at the door a couple of years ago. We got to remember that. There was a lot of injuries that popped off. Miles Bridges and his whole saga. It's almost like we forgot about that. So that's what they keep saying. The East is so weak, but I'm trying to figure out why the Hornets can't sneak in now. McNeely is out. Salon is out too. Let me tell you all the people that's out. Some of my key favorites are out, if I'm not mistaken. Because I just looked at that. I know for a fact Sion James is out. McNeely is out. That's a fact. Well, this is a crazy game. T-Jan also will sit out today. Yep. So you got Sion, McNeely, and T-Jan. They're going to be out. So we should see KJ, Kalkbrenner, and obviously Knueppel. Knueppel, I think, is our guy. You know, so we got somebody who should take leadership. And it's good that these other guys are sitting down, believe it or not, because it's good for Knueppel to assume his position on this roster. He's supposed to have a big role. You understand? He was our top pick, As much as we love McNeely, you know, as much as we want to see T-Jan continue to do his thing, we need Knueppel to turn it up as well. That's what's needed. And you seeing this. This is I like Khan's last two games. I think now it's time for the main event. Now you got postseason on the line. These games starting to mean a little something. You're gonna see who a dog. You're gonna see it firsthand. I'm telling you, I think Knueppel, this guy right here is the truth and a half. We seeing it. He could put the ball in the hole. You see, he just got a call from Klay Thompson. So look at all of this. You got legends calling. I love what I'm seeing because it's not so mellow centric. You know, Brandon Miller. People want to see Brandon Miller with the Hornets. People want to know his progression. Everybody interested. What's up with Miller? Miller was getting calls from Paul George and all of our legends, and now we seeing it come firsthand for the Charlotte Hornets. We got the Summer League Championship on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Tip off in minutes. It's Flight Sports TV. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. The Charlotte Hornets postseason play. Knueppel live is going down, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder says Miller was on the right track, exploiting. Then he got hurt. He was 21 points per game before the injury. I agree with that. Knueppel is back, y'all. You talking about his first game? He only had 5 points. And then against the Mavs, he went to 16. Then San Antonio 19. So look there. That's the kind of player that he is. He's a scorer, man. He was brought here to help us out. He was never brought in here to be the main factor either. Ali Payne says playoffs this year, Flight. Absolutely. I got the Hornets in the playoffs this year. I think it's their year. I think they're gonna be an exciting team that gels with one another. The camaraderie. I just think that it all. And then I want to see what's their record. I think the NBA gonna help us out this year. I think it's gonna be a situation where the Hornets, they record, they get an easy start. He says we still need Jello. You listen to the C, of course. Of course we listen. We shouting out Leangelo tonight. Let's stop acting like Jello was. You remember when Jello walked through these corridors? So it is what it is. Y'all better make sure y'all go get that album from LaMelo Ball, League of My Own. You got a couple of clever rhymes on there. Some good music to listen to, y'all. Jello, man, superstar already. Somebody says, how do we sign PJ Hall? Yeah, I don't know. So I like some one-liners. I like. Yeah, he had some good rhymes. Yeah, you could tell he been doing this, for a while. He got some experience in this. We moments away from tip off. We got Knueppel live, ladies and gentlemen. Knueppel live. It don't get no better than this right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Charlotte Hornets. We back. It's postseason play. McNeely and company won't be present. But when you got Knueppel, I mean that's enough already. You hear me, ladies and gentlemen? That's gonna be enough already. Somebody talking about PJ Hall and these guys. What's up? Who OKC got? That's a team I'm not really, maybe I'm underestimating Oklahoma City, in the summer league. Is there any players that's intriguing on that side? Y'all let me know in the chat who we need to look out for. Is this game just a gimme game for Charlotte? Because, you got KJ there. I believe that KJ is solid. Some of these games, especially now in Summer League, when you got all of the damn top picks basically not playing, who wins the championship? Is it a team full of guys from the G League who, because it seemed like the younger players don't give a damn about Summer League. Like I said, you see Lonzo, when Lonzo was in it, Lonzo took it all the way there. It was always a spectacle when he played. He never sat out because some injury or some BS. It was. You remember when Lonzo? It was always something. What shoes he was wearing? It was some big thing. Now it seems like these guys want to have one good game and shut it down. And so it's kind of weird how these young players are treating the game and all of the different things. It's just wild. I don't understand it. But the Sacramento Kings have advanced to the Summer League Championship, which will air tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So whoever wins tonight to play tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Now I'm looking right now. This Oklahoma City team, I don't know who the hell these people are. But for the Hornets, you got Con Knueppel, Jalen Sims, Ryan Kalkbrenner, KJ Simpson, MJ Walker Jr. So already for the Hornets, you got a nice cast of characters. But when I'm looking at who the hell are these guys? Chris Youngblood, Malvin Leons, Brandon Carson, Jazzian Gortman. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on. We got Con Knueppel live. If you're a Hornets fan, make sure you hit the like button. God damn it. You already know what it is. We got KJ Simpson, K2. Pay the utmost homage. You already know what it is. Con Knueppel. He about to have an encore for us. Some telling me Con Knueppel, he going to put on a 30 popper. Some telling me Con Knueppel going for a 30 popper. Mark my words. So I think something about to go down tonight. Something about to go down tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Put your picks in the chat right now. I already know y'all picks. I know we got Hornets. It's big Hornets tonight. We're going to the championship game tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. I can't wait to call that Summer League Championship game tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. I'm just going to speak the shit into existence, like LaVar be doing. We're about to tip off right now, y'all. And the Oklahoma City control the basketball. We are underway, and the referee already blowing whistles. 9:59 right now. Both teams are undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams are undefeated. Here we go. The Oklahoma City Thunder are inbounding the basketball. It is 9:57 to go. I want to see what Kalkbrenner does tonight defensively. We shall see. Here we go. Here comes Oklahoma City. Uh-oh. Number 26 mixer. Here comes Con Knueppel. Here comes Sims. Sims dicks it to Ryan Kalkbrenner. Here comes Sims in the mid-range. They kick it to KJ Simpson for three. It's off. Rebounded by Sims. Here comes KJ Simpson. KJ Simpson shaking and baking. KJ Simpson in the mid-range. Oh, he putting the moves on the defense. You see the pressure already. Oklahoma City not playing. Sims got to shoot it. Oh, big time three there from Sims at the buzzer. 3-zip. Charlotte is on the board. Charlotte is on the board. We got a trip to the championship on the line, y'all. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here come the Oklahoma City Thunder. They kick it to number 23. Number 23 gives it to 17, corner three ball, and it is off, but rebounded by OKC. OKC controlling the basketball. Here comes number 26 for OKC. Walker on defense for Charlotte, and the Hornets can't control the rebound, and the Hornets, OKC gets the goddamn putback. Charlotte, you got to control the basketball, goddammit. Control the basketball. Here comes KJ Simpson. KJ Simpson crossing half court. Screen with Ryan Kalkbrenner. KJ Simpson kicks it to Con Knueppel, but we got a moving screen. God damn it. Why the hell did you do that? Because Con Knueppel was about to bury that motherfucker. We got the Charlotte Hornets live, goddammit. The Charlotte Hornets are live. We got a trip to the championship game tomorrow night on the line. I'm speaking it into existence right now. The Hornets, we will be playing that game. I'm going to be calling that game tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. The Hornets, we about to win it all. I'm telling you. And we're going to walk into this season headed to the playoffs. Oh, goddamn it, we lost the ball. KJ Simpson gets stripped. And then Oklahoma City gets fouled. We got 2 free throws on the other end. It's 3-2. Charlotte is up. We got the guys huddled up. KJ Simpson speaking in the huddles. KJ Simpson leading the huddles. We got good players, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm concerned about OKC. Who the hell are these guys? It's looking like a bunch of overseas veterans. We got the 44th pick in the 2025 NBA draft. This guy right here who just shot the free throws. Oh, damn, they trapping. Oh, they trapping, ladies and gentlemen. You thought this was AAU basketball. Sims for three. Buried it. 6'3". You better not do that. This ain't high school. They full court pressing like they're in high school. Here we go. Here come KJ Simpson crossing half court. KJ Simpson in the open court. And he scored. KJ Simpson flexing. Grown man. KJ Simpson and one. 8-3. I'm telling you now, KJ gonna be the reason why we win. They can't hold him. Stop this. Over two dudes in the paint. Pause. And screaming and flexing. That's K2, ladies and gentlemen. 3-point play, 3-point conversion. 9-3 Charlotte. 9-3 Charlotte. Here we go. Here comes OKC. OKC going to the cup. Big time make by Oklahoma City. OKC, they right there. They not leaving. They're not leaving. Here we go. Knueppel with it. Knueppel with it. Knueppel dribbling it. He going all the way to the cup. Oh, and he's fouled. We got 2 free throws from Knueppel. I got Stacy in the building. What's the deal, Stacy? Knueppel at the line for 2. It's Flight Sport.
Man, like sports TV, man. I'll tell you, keys to the game. I didn't get in time to be able to tell y'all keys to this game after I watched tape on OKC. The way they beat OKC today is to play like them, play scrappy the same way they play. We should beat them off of talent. They do got a good player by name AJ Mitchell. You know, he was almost rookie of the year last year. I don't even know if he's playing tonight, but yeah, we should beat them. Even in and betting right now, we're our money line is negative 200, and we're plus 4.5. But yeah, we should beat them. We should be able to play like them, play scrappy like them, get to the free throw line, and also knock down our shot.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. Number
so
speaking of knock down our shots, number 15 for Oklahoma City, he just buried it. Here comes Knueppel. He's crossing half court. Knueppel. Oh, good pass to Ryan Kalkbrenner, and we scored it. That was a grown man move. It's
yeah, man.
13-18.
Yeah,
Grown man
you
move.
yeah, it should go. The over under was over 183 and a half, and we should be able to get that. Both teams should be able to score at least 100 points each. Um, and hopefully we be able to stop them later on in the game. But it's going to be a scrappy game. It's going to be a lot of scoring, a lot of scrappiness.
Yeah,
And
here
these two
comes
teams,
Sims. Kalkbrenner. Ah, he missed a big time. He missed that dream floater. Here comes number 23 for OKC. I heard he's a top pick in the second round. Oh, he just scored a mid-range jumper. So Charlotte, they in for a game tonight. They're gonna have to pull their sleeves up. They're not gonna walk through this team. Here comes KJ. He's crossing half court. He kicks it to Ryan Kalkbrenner, and Kalkbrenner is foul. We got a
man,
foul.
I want KJ to win Summer League MVP because he is the best player in Summer League so far. I want him to win it. Just go ahead,
Yeah.
take off.
What you thinking about Knueppel? The way he just turned it around. Because it seemed like people was concerned, and now he looking like the 4th pick. Correct.
You said you said it best. You said it best that shoot or shoot. They're gonna have streaky nights. You said it best. I saw it in that third quarter of that game that he turned around and in that third quarter he had hit 12 points in the third, and I was like, man, he got Clay Thompson type of moves and type of game. And I give him that. He said his favorite player growing up was Chris Middleton. Him being from Milwaukee, and I can see that too. A wing that can play defense and knock down good shots and everything. So I agree with that. Like I had to back, you know what I'm saying? Because after that, you know how he started that the first game, the second, and then the second game he played, that first half wasn't looking good. So, I give the guy a chance, man. I'll be the first to admit that I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even watching the third quarter like that. I was talking to the chat and everything. So I went back and watched the game. I was like, oh, okay, he did that, he did that. And I like the shot field thing. And I saw it like, okay, he got Clay in him. He had a post move other day. He had a post fade. The last game, Thursday night, he had a post fade, bro. Yeah, bro. Like got down on the post and hit a post jumper, bro. Like look like Jordan down there, bro. Real talk. I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? So we should be able to win this game with that type of talent on the court right now. I give it to them. They want this one. They want this one.
Yes, I agree with you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all gotta make sure y'all stream that new LaMelo Ball G3 G Honcho League of My Own. You already know what it is. You remember when he walked through these corridors for the summer league, he had this shit in a frenzy. Y'all better act like that. I know you ain't got amnesia. It's flights, boy. It's TV. You know, the Hornets, man, we playing right now with a trip to the championship. I'm saying it now. 10 o'clock tomorrow night, Hornets Championship Summer League game. I will be calling it. Make sure you get the popcorn, the chip, the sodas, the juices. Pause. Here comes Corkbringer, number 5. He missed it. Here comes the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're crossing half court. OKC, big time 3 ball, and it's off. Rebound by KJ Simpson. KJ Simpson crossing half court. He's surveying the landscape. Here comes KJ. Oh, he put the move on. He kicks it to Sims. Sims for 3. Money. Money. 16-10. This nigga Sims ain't bullshit, y'all. Sims ain't playing. 9.3 or 3 from the field from 3. He ain't missed yet. 16-10. Here comes number 21, his second round pick. He missed it. Here comes what's that? Uh-oh. The penalty is up. The referee holding the whistle. There we go. Here comes Charlotte. Corkbringer. He posting up. Hornets just missed a 3. That shit was ugly. Hornets just missed a 3. There we go. Here comes number 15 for Oklahoma City. Number 16. Oh, big defensive block from Ryan Corkbringer. We got a shot block in Charlotte. Here comes a 3 for Charlotte, and they missed it. Ryan couldn't secure the rebound. Here comes Oklahoma City to the cup, and he missed it. Rebounded by KJ Simpson, and he's fouled. KJ Simpson is fouled. What's the deal, Stacey?
I figured we was gonna shoot a lot of threes today. I really did. I figured we're gonna shoot a lot. We're gonna protect the paint and shoot a lot of
Salute
threes
to my
out
man.
there. Yeah. I figured we're gonna shoot a lot of threes today. They're gonna fall. They're gonna start falling sooner or later. I also think that I think that KJ need to make the team. I'm talking about outright. I'm talking about take him off his 2-way and let him make the team, and that'll give PJ Hall and Damian Ball both a 2-way spot.
Yeah.
Eventually we're gonna move on from one of them guards, whether it's Dinwiddie, Josh. We all know we want Josh Green out of here. But yeah, I think KJ need to make the team. All like off the 2-way. No more 2-way for KJ. He earned his spot.
Here comes KJ. He's crossing half court. Here we go. Number 16 for OKC. And we got a miss. Pardon me, Oklahoma City just made that float. It's 12-16, 3:15 to go in the first quarter. KJ Simpson has it. Knueppel is on the bench. KJ just turned the ball over trying to launch it to Jalen Sims. Sims is hot right now, too. So if I'm Charlotte, I want to look for him as well. Here we go.
Yeah. And we have our shots not falling right now. We need to get to the cup. We need to get to the cup and get some fouls. Get a 3-point, you know what I'm saying? 3-point shots out there. Shot and free throws. We gotta get to the cup. Abandon the 3 for just for a second.
I agree. Here comes KJ Simpson. We got a stoppage. 16-12. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, if you're rocking with the Charlotte Hornets. We are live. You already know what it is. So we got a commercial break. Talk to me about the Hornets, man. I personally believe we would win it all, but what if we'd had T-Jan, we had McNeely, we bullshit. I mean,
We'll be
we got the bag. Go. What you think about that?
we'll be up. We'll be up like at least 10 points already. We'll be at 25 points if that was the case. We'll be at 25 points because they don't have anybody on their court that they playing. Because AJ ain't playing. They don't have anybody or the other rookie they had from last year. They're not playing. So they wouldn't know what to do with that. And this is a good team, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna play their style basketball, you know what I mean? But we still they ain't gonna be able to mess with the Hornets. Man, I was looking at a lot of stuff, a lot of stats last night. Last 2 days, I was looking at every stat in the league, from teams to players, and the Hornets are up to something. I'm telling you, they up to something, bro. They up to something. Yeah,
Well,
and then summer league as well.
do you think the playoffs is imminent for the Hornets?
Man, I think so, bro. I think so. I really do.
I don't
I
see
really
why.
do. I really do.
I
We
like.
already gonna be battle tested. The group play in the NBA Cup, the in season tournament. We the worst team in the hard division, but we got the Knicks and the Bucks in our division. We go through that, man. We're gonna be a good team, bro. We're gonna be battle tested, bro.
Yeah, I think we got a lot going in our favor. Some tells me Miller is going to take that next step too. Miller going to take the next step, and I think T-Jan is about to show everybody that he's a player. And T-Jan
Yeah.
is the biggest wild card on this squad. T-Jan does
Hmm.
not have injury. These are not injuries. They're not hurt. Ace Bailey
Yeah.
is not hurt. They just put
Right.
this injury report to sit him. Right hip
Right.
flexor. This one, none of these people are hurt.
Yeah, Brandon Miller might got some this year. I think Brandon gonna have an all-star year. And what we're gonna do is move Brandon to small forward. We're gonna stop playing with him at shooting guard. He's too big, too tall to be playing shooting guard. So we got to move him off that spot and just move him to small forward. Yeah, yeah, I see that too.
The Hornets have turned the basketball over. Silly play. There we go.
Yeah, we got to minimize that. We got to minimize turnovers, man. Got to minimize turnovers, bro.
Got to.
That dude right there, dude with the Gary, this is his first game. He gonna get cut after that, bro. Like he ain't played too much in this whole summer league. You can't be dropping balls like that, bro.
Yeah, you can't be. It's 16-12. 2:09 to go in the first.
It's kind of embarrassing because everybody on our team been playing perfect basketball, very fundamental basketball, bro. And for him to come in and just can't down got hands on the ball and you already in the paint when the pass came to you. Ain't nobody got a good look like that yet. You get that good look, you do that.
Shut up!
That's a foul, bro.
Yep, crazy play.
That was a foul though, and that was a good take by Knueppel. In the league, if these ain't the refs, they would have called that a foul. If these are original refs, the real refs who on vacation right now, they call that a foul on that
Yep.
tape that Knueppel keep on going down to the paint, man. Y'all keep on going down the paint. They cannot mess with us. You see, they can't score with us. We the ones leaving. We started off slow last game. Last first quarter, we started off slow. And uh, this game looked like it get even more ugly. Cause second quarter, if we go on a run like we did in the second quarter last game, it'll be over, bro. Different ways. They need to set their mark. Hornets need to say, look, we got to at least score 23 points this quarter.
You say something, Stacy?
The Hornets need to know. The Hornets need to know that they got to tell themselves that we got to at least score 23 points in the first quarter, and then come back in the second quarter at least score, you know what I'm saying, 25 or something like that.
Yes. Here we go. Here goes number 16. They have the wrap. They kick it out to Knueppel. He nearly loses it. Here comes number 5. For sure, we got a foul here on the inside. Now, don't forget Con Knueppel got that Jordan deal.
Did he?
Yeah.
That what's up? That what's up?
What's the deal, Dex? We got Charlotte
Yes,
Hornets line.
sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in the streets. Shout out to the panel as it reaches its premium peak. Shout out to the chat. Oh my God, the chat is cooking. I mean, they baking cookies up in that baby. And all of it cacophony spewing out of the cracks and crevices of Flight Sports Block. And big ups to everybody putting up. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The subscribers are growing. Keep be a part of a brick in the wall, and definitely hit the notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. Like Stacy, oh my God, look at these Hornets, man. Can you believe it? I mean, it's like they went back to the Duke of the late '80s and early '90s. I mean, look at the makeup and construction of the summer league team. It's almost like if I'm watching Duke versus Carolina, and you know that's one of the greatest rivalries, not just in the ACC but in all of collegiate basketball.
Of course.
So they're doing something, and these boys out here playing. I mean, you got some white boys out here, and they out here playing, man. They're not scared. They're not afraid. They're not hiding in the shadows. They're out here getting it.
Yeah. How you liking where Con has been progressing? You know, the first game wasn't the best, but it seemed like after that he ain't looked back. You know.
Yeah, Con Knueppel, I've been somewhat impressed. I think somebody lit the fire up under his ass to let him know that you're the fourth overall pick. You should be out here playing. You went to Duke University. You a diaper dandy. And oh my God, has he flipped the switch? And Con Knueppel looked like a value pick. You know, I wanted the Hornets, me, honestly, I wanted the Hornets to trade that pick for, you know, harder assets and superior talent. And we know that according to, I heard somebody say something, oh, Paul George, man, playoff P, how he dissed the Hornets and said that he didn't diss the city, but he dissed the Hornets organization by saying that backhand compliment that the city was great to live in, but he would never play for the Hornets, for that organization. You know, if they would trade and he go there, he would sit out and you know, petition for a buyout. So with that said, and you're looking at the summer league team, I'm wondering why would Paul George say that? Is it somebody on that team that he knows that it's folly and it's full of foolishness and it's not really serious about basketball? Because he talked about the Hornets culture. And we know that Jeff Peterson and Charles Lee both indicated that they're
Black
trying to instill a real winning and camaraderie type culture. Like,
Black. I was just gonna say, I don't all this heat. Shout out to the ownership for the Hornets, but I'm looking at all of this heat coming, and you know, you got a black president and Peterson, you got a black coach. You know, they trying to do things the right way. I could see if they were fucking around, but Peterson is trying to do things. This shit ain't gonna turn around overnight. But Peterson has done something. You see his imprint on the franchise now. So I don't know why he would do that. You got Brandon, you got Baron Davis sitting there as well. We got to also look at Davis. I mean, Davis could have came in and said, "Hey, wait a second. I think they, you know, turning it around and get." I mean, he could have did a little bit more, but he was a little harsh. You know, we got to understand podcast P. He's into the podcasting business, so you don't think he knew what he was doing when he said these things, or it was going to get picked up. So
yeah, well, yeah, I believe that's part of the makeup. You know, anytime that you speak um, outside of yourself, that you got to generate views, you got to generate interest, you got to generate some kind of celebrity in controversy that will steer people your way, and he did that with that because Why would you say the Hornets? I mean, why wouldn't you say Washington? Why wouldn't you say any other bottom
Say
team?
say
Utah Jazz.
Utah.
Why
Say
the
Utah.
Hornets? Because the Hornets are very interesting, and they have LaMelo Ball. We all know this. They have
That's what it
LaMelo
is.
Ball, and LaMelo Ball is out here looking like the new version of Walt Frazier. The only thing that's
Yeah.
different is that LaMelo's not winning.
That's what it's about. That's what it's about. They want
Well, no, but I heard
to
that.
they want to please Lamelo out of Charlotte. And I've seen the same things with Lamar Jackson. A lot of people was trying to crank up a lot of stuff about Lamar Jackson because they wanted them on their team and stuff like that. That's all that is. I seen it. That's how the media rolls. And Lamelo is just like Lamar Jackson. They do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they all around players. And that's what it is. The media people be wanting them out to get them on their teams and stuff like that. He gonna have his own team. He gonna build his own team up, and everybody needs to stay out the way because sooner or later it's gonna be Charlotte as the premium team of the definitely. You know what I mean?
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I personally wanted them to trade from that pick to get better hard asset and superior talent that's ready to go right now, and not trying to acclimate themselves into the league through the matriculation of the draft and trying to get an understanding of how the NBA works. So Charlotte I don't believe Charlotte deserved that. I believe Charlotte deserved people to get in uniform, put their feet on the court, and take off running, and not with training wheels. But it didn't happen. Khan is looking much better, much confident. I like that he's displaying that he's a former Dookie, and that's what you want, because Duke has produced some tremendous NBA players, and Khan should be one of
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of one of them, you see already, he's got the ball right now in his hands. All defensive pressures all over him. You seeing already how he's going to fit. Hopefully, he can make these shots, man. Because the Hornets, he could potentially be a sniper for them. I like McNeely. You see already, they done set him like he the fourth pick. So Khan really has the opportunity for the Hornets to win the draft because something telling me McNeely is going to be a big ass factor for the Charlotte. I'm just call me for some telling me McNeely going to be the guy. And I believe that there's a situation going on with Khan. If he could just get it all together, it's like he's not bad, but I just feel like he does shit that's going. It look like everything's going so fast. He processing shit still. McNeely look like he done figured the shit out. So Knueppel, I just think that he just need to continue to process all the information. He's gonna be all right. But if he could somehow turn into a guy that's putting up points, doing this and hitting this shot, I think the Hornets might fool around and win the draft because they just may have added two sharpshooters, two reliable sharpshooters. And
Yeah.
and TJ Salam, we're gonna get to him shortly. Go ahead.
Well, I want to bring focus back to the game. Do y'all understand that Charlotte just held OKC, who's actually been playing really good this summer league. We just held OKC to 16 points in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? We just held them to 16 points in the first quarter, and
Yeah.
then second quarter they have came out scoring. And PJ Hall, man, there's no way we can go into the preseason without PJ Hall having some type of contract. He got to
Yeah.
be a two-way player or something,
I'm just
especially when
sure.
especially when he's lacking center depth, big man depth and stuff like that. He got to make the team somehow, somebody got to get moved. Somebody got to get.
One that stole the ball and you have OKC foul holding on to him and shit.
Yeah, Fly. You see how they hawking that ball? You see they're
Yeah.
all over. I mean, they're playing with. This is a really spirited Charlotte Hornets team. I'm impressed the motivation they have.
Yeah.
We playing like OKC.
I was saying the Hornets could have won this summer league championship. They sitting there, guys. TJ not playing no more. You see all these people. They sitting everybody. So I think if you have TJ and you got McNeely, you run away with this game. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
On that field, man, Damian Ball did right. Like, yes, press this dude. If Carlson, this 7 foot guy, is standing up there in the top of the key, and he's the one that hold basically he's the one that's you know what I'm saying, running that point, and he's next to that baseline, next to the half court line. Yes, you press him and go for the steal, bro. You got 100% rain to go for a steal. Anybody that's ever played basketball, y'all still play basketball. Y'all see a big man standing at the top of the arc, and he's the one that go for the steal, go for the steal. So Damian Ball, that's some good, smart, intelligent basketball. That's high IQ basketball. What he just did, you know what I mean? That you got every free reign to go for the steal on that. And now it looked like it's going to be a clear pass foul. So it's not going to just be a free throw. It's going to be 2 free throws, and then we get the ball. So yeah, so that costing them points right there. We might go on a run in this second quarter like we did last game. The thing, so what I'm saying is that I thought it was going to be a close game. I came in and said it was going to be a closer game. It's looking right now look like they have no answers for Charlotte. And if Charlotte loses a lead, that's on Charlotte. It looks like Charlotte is, even with Charlotte missing shots, it still looked like Charlotte is going Charlotte way.
So Stacy and Flight, what it's been said in the chat that the coaching is underrated. How you feel about the
Oh my
coaching in the summer league?
God, man, Chris Gent can coach the Charlotte. I mean, I was telling on Flight this like last time we was out here, like Chris Gent, the way he's coached and the way these assistant coaches coach, and you know they underpaid because I'm pretty sure they all brand new coaches. Um, man, we ain't gonna have these guys for too long. I'm telling you, there's some teams that's gonna pick these guys up. Pelicans could take Chris Gent right now. You know, I can tell you the head coach of our summer league team and Longstaff and Gent and Skeeter, they can be head coaches on other teams right now in the NBA. That's what I'm saying. Great coaching, bro. Great coaching. Hey,
Yeah.
this
And
is
I'm also go ahead, Flight.
this
Go ahead,
another
Flight.
No, I was just agreeing with him. Go ahead, Dad.
this another
No,
coach
no, I was saying I'm kind of curious
that
because normally they have a mic somebody mic'd up on the sideline, but I haven't heard anybody mic'd up for the Charlotte Hornets. So I'm curious what kind of words are being introduced to these young men to have a play so spirited and seeing that they're undefeated and have a superior opportunity to play for a championship. And that would be superb if the Charlotte Hornets can get some hardware out of the summer league.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
like
I think that you listen. You going into this season in the right direction. The Hornets need everything. I mean, come on, you need anything to light the spark. So if they win the summer league championship, you ain't gonna tell me that's not good. They're showing us we got some good quality young players, and for the Hornets, for training camp, now shit is getting tricky because they win something. You telling me Jalen Sims ain't earned a trip to the fucking summer to the damn training camp? I'm just
real
saying
talk,
you got some people here that might get some invites. These
right?
guys play well. I mean, I'm just saying, oh, they're getting clumsy out here. Let's go. Oh, uh-oh. Charlotte, big time dunk right there from home. 32-17. It's getting freaky right now in Charlotte. It's getting freaky. Go ahead.
Well, another thing is too. Look, I just caught up. Oh, he caught that back too. Yeah. Another thing is too. If you looked at our stat sheets in the last couple of games, Dex and Flight seen it himself, every player has scored. Last game, everybody except for 2 players has got double digits. The least amount that anybody had on the team was 6 points. Everybody was in double digit scoring, bro.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know
Everybody.
what, and that's incredible because we have seen in the past since LaMelo been a part of the Charlotte Hornets that their summer league team has been very selfish and greedy, and they believe that their only achievement to get into the NBA is to play iso ball, and it looked very messy like scrambled eggs. But now this team looks like a real good team. That's why I said it's like Duke because it's a system that everybody's thriving in.
Right. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. You are right about that, Dex. You're starting to bring give me some deja vu here. The Charlotte Hornets, man, they were playing like that. I remember when LaMelo Ball, we started here discussing the theme of Jello. Make sure I go get that album. But I remember when Jello was in summer league, that he was playing with the Book Knights of the world, and the Joneses and all of these other people who are no longer here with us. Here goes oh my goodness, Knueppel, big time three ball, leading to a timeout from old Knueppel. Like he ain't playing no games, y'all. It's 35-17. Hornets about to walk away with this thing. But what I was saying to allude to what Dex was just speaking about, that it was very selfish basketball. The McGowings of the world. These guys had their own selfish intentions. Their jobs was on the line. They was insecure, So you think they gave a damn about running the offense correctly? And that's why I told you the Hornets, all these guys are secured. Nobody's looking over their shoulder. So they can play the game freely right now. KJ, all those guys are going to be on training camp. They go into the roster. They don't have to worry about, oh my God, if you do a little something too much shit, my job, I'm out of here. And that's the vibes that was going on before. Nobody wanted to see the next guy do well. Shit, it's my turn. I got the ball, or I got to do something with it because shit, those all eyes on me. I can't pass it to you. There could be an open man in the corner. I'm going to the cup with 4 or 5 people on them. But that's what was happening. So I think you bringing in better talent. And these players are more secure that they bringing along. You don't have Nick Smith. I think you bring Nick Smith in this mix, you can throw everything off. You bring Nick Smith here. If they would have said, Nick Smith, we want you to play in the summer league and play with these guys, he throws the whole dynamic off because Nick Smith comes in here and he's trying to be the number one option. He got something to prove. And you don't have any of that going on right now. Book Knight was there the 3rd year. We like, damn, 3 years? And he doing all right in Portland. He played a few games in Portland, but that's a whole other situation. But I just wanted to add on to that.
You speaking facts, bro. You speaking facts, especially with the Nick Smith stuff. I think he's still an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? That shot and how he plays but he doesn't fit what we do. He needs to go to an ISO team or a perimeter shooting team. He'll fit backing up Seth Curry. You know what I'm saying? He'll fit like stuff like that. Like teams that need 3-point shooting off the bench and everything. But for us, what we got going on, I don't know if he makes the team. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully he ups his stock by preseason. Hopefully he does. I'm pulling for that. You know what I'm saying? Him upping his stock by preseason.
We got KJ, he just got fouled. It's 35-19. KJ and Khan. I like how, I know that we want to see the other guys. I would love to see TJ. And like I said, I want to speak to him for a second because he's the biggest wild card in the Charlotte Hornets. Because if he turns into a go-to guy for us, Lord have mercy. Because he's just gonna come out of nowhere. We talk about the Hornets and we don't even talk about TJ. It's almost like he's non-existent. If he turns into a guy who's a factor on this roster, I think he accelerates the process. KJ, he missed it. So I got high hopes for TJ and Salam. I think he turns it on this year. I see he got that swagger. I dare I say that. When he start doing good, he start acting a fool. So I want to see. I think
he draws a lot of fouls. And then, what I'm saying, this whole summer league, TJ did not catch one oop, meaning they didn't throw one oop to him. Everything he was working on the rest of his game besides cutting to the basket and catching oops and stuff. He did really good improving the rest of his game and all that junk.
KJ surveying the landscape.
Are you guys recognizing all the motion that's in the Charlotte Hornets offense in the summer league? You see all that motion? And look what happened. Easy bucket. Everybody's moving with or without the ball. That is good coaching.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yep. You're right, dude. Everybody's moving. That's why I was telling y'all. I like their system. It's just I knew the players that they had wasn't what it was. And Green would just go stand in the corner, just stand there. You know what I mean? He would just stand in the corner, bro. He would not get involved in the rest of the game. Every single play this summer league, somebody's moving. Every single step.
Walker Jr. with a big time layup. It's 39-21. Here comes number 26 for OKC. We got 4:50 to go in the second. Here goes.
There's a big contrast in the play between OKC and the Hornets. OKC playing a lot of iso ball, while the Hornets is doing a lot of motion. And
Yeah,
I appreciate it how they're playing. Now I don't know if it's because of the players. They don't have really too many iso players out there, but this is a recognition of your talent pool. How the coaches are putting these players in position in which they can succeed.
yeah, I agree.
It's the system because what's called kind of like that too. When Boston don't have Tatum on the court, they kind of move around too. And you already know Charles Lee come from that whole system that's like that. But you know he probably they probably put their own spin on it and everything. I like their motion offense. I really do. You know what I mean? I really do. I can see how success. Imagine when LaMelo and Brandon in it. Boy, imagine that LaMelo.
Another thing, another thing. I don't mean to rudely interrupt you, but I wanted to say this before it passes my mind. How y'all feel about these players exiting summer league? Because ever since I think 2018 or 2019, that's when it's really started. Because when Zoe was in the summer league and they had Hart and Caruso and Bi and all those guys.
They was playing. Yeah, I think it's disgusting. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Flight
Yeah,
Sports because I was gonna make a video on that, but I'll tell you to it now. I said that
uh-huh.
earlier. It's disgusting what's happening.
Yeah, because they played the whole summer league,
Yeah,
every game, and it was
Lonzo.
so exciting.
Yeah, what I want to say after when Lonzo, I was saying with every game when Lonzo, it was a spectacle. What shoes is he wearing? What's going on here? It was always something. And Lonzo could have pulled the same BS too. It's like, you know what, man, something going on with my shoes. I'm gonna sit or my ankle or pull an ankle. But they didn't do any of that. So now you got these guys. They want to just play one game and shut it down. They want to have one good performance and shut it down for the whole summer league. And I think that's disgusting. Lonzo was the second pick in the draft. I think Markel Fultz even played. Tatum played. So it will be pretty much right after that. So it's disgusting. What's going on, and
Man,
I think it's
Steph
hurt.
Curry played every summer league game.
This could have been
That's
crazy.
how John Wall played every summer league game. DeMarcus Cousins played every summer league game. This stuff's just now starting, bro. Like back then, everybody played in their summer league games, bro. Like go back 2010, 2011. I think Blake Griffin got hurt in the summer league. That's how he missed his whole rookie season. Like the best players played in every summer league game, bro. This is brand new. What the stuff is they doing? How you going load management in summer league? I don't get it. What's so special about this rookie that make him be load managed in the summer league? Nothing.
No, I agree with that. I'm stupid.
Yeah, man.
Here we go. 3-ball Sims. Sims is money. He making everything he throw off. It's 44-31. So they're gonna have to do something about Sims. Sometimes Sims gonna be on that roster playing like this. It's 14. He's gonna have to get a training camp invited at the very least.
Man, OKC is 1 for 17 from three right now. I personally looking at how many times they turn the ball over, giving us back the ball. We might hit 55 to 60 this quarter, in this first half. And if that happens, the game is over. Because they ain't gonna be able to catch it back up. Because they side us off. Their defense is off too. They can't compete with us right now.
Yeah, great. So shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. Charlotte Hornets will be cooking. I will be calling that championship game tomorrow night at 10. Make sure y'all buckle up. We're going for gold. Goddamn it. Knueppel. I think that's where he's gonna have his main event. I'm telling you, somebody gonna drop 30 when it's all over. You see Klay Thompson hitting his line. So this is a good look. I like what I'm seeing for LaMelo and his teammates. You got other players being recognized. And a lot of people look at LaMelo like he's such this big superstar that nobody else could get no shine. You got. I think Miller, isn't he signed with Nike or something like that? I don't know what's his endorsement deal. Con Knueppel with Jordan. So I mean, you got good players that's doing something. You got McNeely, who I think is going to be a big character for this team. So you got guys that's blossoming. And I think that people, you know, get the Hornets and LaMelo Ball twisted. This is a full basketball team, a very supportive team. The camaraderie. They're a family. You can see it. Melo could have easily been in Paris somewhere. But look what's happening. He's right there. So give him props. A lot of these players, Edwards wasn't there at first. Anthony Edwards wasn't there. He popped out when everybody else started showing up. So I noticed. I noticed these motherfuckers had no intentions on coming there. So that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say the Hornets started it. I'm just piggybacking off of you. The Hornets started it. Like now, all the players, now the other teams got their whole squad there.
LeBron, you think LeBron James showed up for any of those goddamn players on that Laker roster except for Bronny? I rest my case.
Right.
He's not there for nothing. He don't give a fuck about none of those dudes. None of them. He there for Bronny. I don't even know who other Laker players were there. So everybody not pulling up and showing up for their squad. Where's Shea at? You don't see none of these fools. So okay, I seen him say OKC, he tripping on that one. Coming up every time a team go up 21, we call it 21 blowout. It's over. Usually when you go up 21, the game is over. But sometimes you can come back, but it's pretty tough. It's 47-23. Here we go, number 23 for Oklahoma City. Launches it, he scores it. Big time three ball. Here comes Charlotte. Don't get clumsy. It's 47-26. Here comes number 5 for Charlotte. He gives it to Con Knueppel. Con Knueppel fouled immediately. They playing Con Knueppel. They tighten up their defense. I like that Con Knueppel is out there without all of the other players. That's what I'm saying. I know that we want to see McNeely, TJ, and all these people, but the focus very Con focus, and that's good. He need the looks. He need to get it up off the ground. All the other guys stepped it up. He did too, but I think he going into training camp. He need to have all the confidence in the world. There we go. Big time interception. He stole it. Con Knueppel with a steal. There goes Sims for 3. He missed it. So Sims hitting all these damn threes. I'm just saying now, Con Knueppel, he's going to have open look. Oh, big alley-oop from Oklahoma City. They're starting to surge a little bit.
I have a question for the panel concerning Brandon Miller. Do you think his ceiling can be a T-Mac?
We got to see. We got to see what kind of player he is going to become. Is he going to be a go-to guy for Charlotte? I want to see it. Can LaMelo? He got to take that next step. Can he take pressure off of LaMelo Ball? Can he be that go-to guy? Obviously LaMelo is going to be, the scorer of this team. When the shit get tight, he's going to take. I want to see Miller just be that 1A, B, whatever the fuck. That's what is going to, coexist to be that T-Mac. If he's just sitting around idly by, waiting for LaMelo to deliver the food, that he'll never be T-Mac. But if he starts to say, okay, LaMelo, you the guy, but I'm the guy too. And I think that's what we're going to see something. And I think that's what's needed. Miller can't be one of these guys. Bridges as well, but we're just speaking of Miller. They all got to look like they're the cornerstones of this franchise. It's not just Melo. There's Melo, Miller, and Bridges. These motherfuckers have to be the cornerstones for the rest of these people. So I need to see him be that go-to guy. And if he's not, I'm going to be able to see right away. If he's looking for LaMelo to do it all, when LaMelo go to the bench, they can't hold no fucking lead. He can't. Okay, he's not no team now. So we're gonna see firsthand. These are the things I'm looking for. Maybe y'all can have to analyze a little bit better.
Well, the thing is
fucking 3. Go ahead. 50, 33. Charlotte.
That's my shot too. The thing is, step back on it. The thing is about thing is about Miller is he got all the tools. He got the size too. He's 6'9", so we figured that out. That he's 6'9". He's not 6'7". So you need to go to the forward position. Same height that T Mac and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant really 6'11" or 7 foot or whatever,
That
but
was
he
a
can
ball
do
right there from Pond too. That was in his face.
it. With Brandon, we killer instinct is the last thing left, and that's what exactly what Flight's talking about. Does he have the killer instinct? Will he take over a game and everything? That's the last thing left, bro. Like if he gets that killer instinct, that it's over with, bro. He got it all. He got the whole time. He can pass the ball too. He can play defense. He can pass. He can do it all. You know what I mean?
They go
Yeah. So
Kyle three. He messed it. They go Ryan. And he scored the big putback from Charlotte. It's looking like we're getting a big lead headed into the halftime. Number 17 going to the cup. He missed it. His halftime is 52-33. What you think about Miller, Dan? You think can he be that guy?
Oh yeah, I think he could. All he needs is direction. I just think sometimes Brandon Miller, loses his direction out there on the court, and I think this season, I think LaMelo is going to embolden him. You know what I'm saying, and empower him to go ahead and be that what's that the second overall pick, because keep in mind he was drafted ahead of LaMelo. LaMelo was three and Brandon Miller was two. So, in priority, you look at the two when you look at the three. But unfortunately, LaMelo just happened to be a generational player and very unique in himself. But I think that he will be emboldened. I think Charles Lee will go ahead and say, you know what, this is your year, this is your time, either now or never. And LaMelo is going to rip the fuck out of the hardwood this season. I mean, all of the hate and slurs that was hurled at the Charlotte Hornets. You don't think LaMelo is taking that in stride? No, LaMelo is pissed. He's acting like he ain't pissed because he's going to sneak up on the NBA and just rip them apart.
And you know what? That compliment what you were saying. Like Melo really didn't have a bad season. At one point in the year, he was leading. He was actually the best player in the league at one point in the year. That first month or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was the best player in the league at that time. He was really cooking. And even that 50-point game of that Bucks game that they lost by only 2 points. He was actually, and then in all the fourth quarters, he was averaging the most points in the fourth quarter early in the season. LaMelo is great on the drive. He's also great on passing. If people weren't knocking down their shots, he was one of the best shooters in the league last year at certain times. Even though they say he shot 33%, we all saw the games. We see why he shot 33% because he had to do everything. He shot 30% for threes in there. He had to do everything. Melo also leads the team in fouls drawn. He draws more fouls than our big men. That's not good. You know what I mean? For the rest of the team, it's good for him, but it's not good for the rest of the team. That'll tell you they ain't helping. Miles didn't draw fouls at all last year, and was like, wow, why are you not drawing fouls? Why are you not getting to the cup? Why are you not driving? And then when you do drive, so he do need help in different areas. He got. I think Melo is going to cook this year. Now he got help. He can kick it out to people that's going to shoot the ball. Josh Green wasn't even shooting. He wasn't even shooting it. He'll get the ball and not even shoot, bro. What kind of man? Come on now. So that's what it is. I think Knueppel a big upgrade to Josh Green, and he might start the first game compared to what Josh got that bad elbow or whatever. But I do want to boost Josh's value to get him out of here, though. I want to boost his value to get him out of here. With you being a playmaker like LaMelo Ball, you do need your supporting cast. Just like we were talking about the net, where Jason Kidd had the net. Magic had his
The caveat on thing, Casey, Josh Green was a ghost. He was an apparition out there, and it was very disappointing because a lot of the Hornets fans had hope for Josh Green because they just gave away basically PJ Washington, and so they thought Josh Green would come in and erase all of those bad memories that PJ Washington created because PJ Washington was a yo-yo. He was so up and down. 1 minute he scored 40, next game he scored 3. So he was a poster kid of inconsistency. So when Josh Green came, they thought they was going to get an athlete who could shoot from the corner, and what they got was a rotten egg. And so that was very disappointing. And I agree with you. Josh Green needs to go. It needs to go ASAP. But what I also want to share, why the Hornets is just tearing up the summer league right now, is that how do Miles Bridges come back? Because if Melo coming back to feast, if Brandon Miller coming back to show that he has direction, if Colin Knueppel is trying to insert himself in TJ Salon as well, how does that fit with Miles Bridges? Is Miles Bridges the X factor in the Hornets? Yes.
He gotta have a big season, bro. Like he really gotta have a big season. We really need him. Now, if he's not cutting it, he got to go. And it's easy because his contract is very thin friendly for his deal. But I would say this about Miles and everything. And this offense, from what we're seeing, any from what we're seeing right here, how this offense being ran with the summer league. Anybody who cut to the basket is going to get a lot of buckets. And they're going to get a lot. They can make the All Star team off again cutting to the basket. We saw T. John doing well in that. You know what I'm saying? And PJ Hall, these forwards, if they cut into the basket in this offense, you're going to get a lot of buckets. You should be able to get to the free throw line and everything like that. And Miles don't do that stuff. If he want to be a three, if he want to be a guard, then he got to go because that's Brandon's spot. You know what I'm saying? If he want to be a small forward or a guard, he got to go. We need a power forward, and that's the answer to that. What was Magic without James Worthy? We understand that the first championship was Kareem's championship, and then they lost it the next year. And then they had to get rid of Norm Nixon and got Scott. And when they got you know what I'm saying, Cooper, and then they got that one draft where they got James Worthy, you saw the Showtime Lakers show up. The same thing with,
Cooper was already there. Cooper was there before Magic.
okay, he came with Norm Nixon. But I'm just saying that squad that they had. I remember one draft they had drafted. What was the white guy name? Who was the lockdown defender, the big guy? We were
Landis?
talking about. Yeah. Rambis, Kurt Rambis, Rambis, yeah. They got him in one draft, and the next draft they got James Worthy, and then after that they got Scott or whatever. But you saw the difference with the Showtime Lakers became the Showtime Lakers because Worthy got there, and so they had a whole bunch of people that could catch the ball and they could run the floor and everything. And what would Magic have been without? You know what I'm saying? He would still be a superstar, but what his assist would have been, without having James Worthy on that team who could run the floor. And the same thing with Jason Kidd when he got with Kenyon Martin was drafted to play with Kidd and everything. Look how fast they ran that floor and how good the Nets were. And every playmaker needs a forward that can run the floor. Everybody needs a Terry Cummings. Everybody needs somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Amari Stoudemire and stuff. Everybody need that. And for we know Miles really ain't no power forward. So it's time. Like, what does he want to do? Move on from? Like, because we need that. The same thing we were talking about before the draft when me and you both was thinking like, it's time to go ahead and move that fourth pick for a draft pick before a superstar. It's the same thing. Our big hole is the power forward position. The solution to it is the solution to it is Miles be good, TJ be good, or we trade for it.
Yep. Shout out to Will Stummerlin, 45. Shout out. Thank you for coming to the chat. Shout out to Thunder. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat that's really engaging. That makes the chat electrifying. So keep up the engagement. Agree, disagree, indifference. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Flight Sports TV, the voice of the voiceless. Hit that like button. Listen, Don't hold back. Don't play yourself. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. We here at Fight Sports TV guarantee you a Fight Sports TV experience like none other. So we got Stacy on the panel. We got your boy, the infamous Flight himself, and then you got the smooth all access Dex. But look, it could be more joining the panel, so just stay tuned and keep on listening. Stacy, Stacy, my brother, Stacy, Stacy, what is the Hornet Nest going to look like? Are they going to swarm the NBA and protect their nest at the Spectrum Center, or will it be a usual day? You come into the Spectrum Center and blow the Hornets out, and then go home.
Well, I think they got to reward the fans because the Spectrum was selling out last year. That was a good fan base, even though they were losing and stuff like that. And every game they were tight in. They were playing against the spread every game, like they were against the spread. So it was like rarely they got beat out the spread. You know what I'm saying? You gave the Hornets 10 points, they were gonna cover that 10 and everything. And that was just last year with that sorry roster. You know what I'm saying? The rebuild roster. This year, I can't. They're gonna have to play swarming defense. They're gonna have to play the way they're playing in summer league to be able to compete because the magic is happening. Our division got some teams that are really good, and the Magic are really good. So and they blew us out last year twice. So I think every time we played the Magic, they hurt us bad, and they might be the number one seed in the whole East. They have the opportunity to them and the Pistons. Um,
You saw
so
that.
we have, yeah, Orlando good, bro.
Listen,
Orlando's good.
guys. The Knicks is going to be the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But go ahead.
I don't think. I think the Knicks may have a better playoff. They have a better chance to get into the finals than anybody in the whole East. But we're talking about regular season, just like Cavaliers were last year. I think throughout the season, the Magic's so deep. The Magic's so deep that they're not going to play their best players.
But listen, I understand Lions always in Cleveland. I understand that the Hornets they look solid, but the Knicks they was knocking at the door of the finals. I mean, the Knicks got to do what they have to do, and then we'll get to the other teams. But I just think the Knicks it's finals or bust.
So,
You
Mr.
know,
Flight,
but then what's going on out east is
yeah,
finals or bust. You
Mr.
know,
Flight. So I got a question for you, Mr. Flight. So you
please.
think what Cleveland did was a one-off? You don't think Cleveland could have some consistency in their win total when the East, as most people think, is weak?
I'm just like I said. I love Lonzo. I think he's gonna do good. I don't like Garland. I'm not a fan, and I just think that it's still gonna be Garland centric. And I think Lonzo, as good as he's going to be for Cleveland, they're still gonna put Garland and these guys ahead of him. And I think that's gonna ultimately be their downfall and bite them in the ass. And I think that the Knicks, man, defensively is going to still be a huge problem for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I really do. I just think that what the Knicks can do, I'm not concerned with Cleveland. I'm just not. But I do believe Lonzo will improve him, but I'm not concerned with Cleveland.
I mean, I can understand you got to rock with your team and everything. And that's a pretty good team to rock with. I mean, for real, the Knicks are a pretty good team to rock with. Well, look,
I mean,
I
listen. I
just think
want to see these teams do different things. I want the Hornets to make the playoffs. The Hornets making the playoffs don't affect the Knicks. Winning the title or whatever they need to do. They are in two different stages. The Knicks was knocking at the door of the finals. The Hornets got to knock on the door of the playoffs. Now Cleveland, on the other hand, they have aspirations of a championship, but they haven't proven that they're a championship team. They've proven that they're a regular season juggernaut. That's all that they've proven. They have not proven that they're in the playoffs, they're going to deliver the goods. The Knicks, they had a shitty playoff, but they was fighting, scratching, and clawing. You know, they blew some games. Cleveland looked like they got pumped out. I mean, that's
mm,
what was happening with Cleveland. I mean, I'm
yeah.
just keeping it 100. They look like they got pumped. The Knicks, they look like they blew everything. There's just two different types of visuals. But go ahead.
I think Con Connect got 3 point. Got a 3 point free throw. He drew a foul off a 3 point shot. So let's see if he hit these 3 free throws right here.
Khan
That's good.
Knueppel, Khan Knueppel's doing his work. Khan is, I'm telling you, we going to the championship. This game is over. It's looking like Oklahoma City. They just they're going ready to go home. It's 35-61.
Like, did you lose sleep last night about this game? Did you lose? Did you want it? Did you want that thing back?
Listen, I did, and I think it's up to Charlotte what they want to do. Charlotte, though, they don't want to sit there. They want to sit Khan Knueppel tomorrow. They're gonna lose. I mean, I'm just saying, it's up to what Charlotte want to do. If they want to win it all, one last hurrah for the title, which I hope Charlotte do. You know, I hope Charlotte, if they get to the championship game, they say, you know what, yo, man, we all showing up to win this together and play Sacramento with a full roster with McNeely, with TJ. You bring everybody back for that championship game. That's what I want to see tomorrow for Charlotte. I don't give a fuck about all this bullshit. I want to see everybody tomorrow.
So are you saying that if Charlotte wins today, they automatically qualify for the championship game?
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Because there's other undefeated teams, right? There's like 3 or 4 undefeated teams.
Undefeated.
We are the playoff teams. These last games, the game before this one, this one is only 4 teams make the playoffs, right? And you had to win by point diversity. So
right, the point.
Even if you was undefeated, you might not have made the playoffs. So
exactly.
we did. So we in there. This is a semifinal playoff game right here. Tomorrow's the finals. Tomorrow's the championship.
Okay.
That's how serious this game is right now, and we blowing them out in the playoffs. You know, back to the wall. Look like you know what I'm saying. Look like March Madness out here. This boy Jalen Sims.
Yeah. March Madness. Yeah.
I like what I'm seeing, but I hope that all of them do come back and play for the championship. McNeely, before he even played the summer league, he said, "Man, I just want to win I want to win the summer league championship for the Hornets." Like, he said that. So I just think that I understand load management and all this shit, but come on, one last game for it all. I think this is going to be good for these young players. I mean, there's one game. Go out there and take all of it and go and win it. They got the team to do it. They can assemble a starting 5 that can be a force to be reckoned with. You talking about KJ, you bring Zion back too. You bring everybody for this championship game, but I don't believe it's going to happen. But that's just what I'm just saying on some inspirational shit. I hope that's the case. I hope we find out a notification tomorrow that McNeely, all these guys are playing. Something telling me that. I think something telling me upstairs we're gonna be something wild, but I hope so, man. That would be very special.
I remember when Sacramento won the Summer League championship, and they was a bottom feeder team, and that motivated them to make the playoffs that next year.
Yeah, I think Charles.
Come on, Ray McCollum. When Ray McCollum and Steph Curry was on the team, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ray McCollum from Detroit. Yeah, I remember that 2016, 2017. They were gonna make the playoffs, but they fired Mike Malone, and then they traded the next year they traded DeMarcus Cousins. You had ownership and front office problems at Sacramento at the time. They were not a healthy front office. He's still not a healthy front office. That man on his 11th coach since he started owning the team. Yeah, Sacramento was on the up and up, bro.
Good defense. Knueppel blocked the shot. They challenged the play. That should go back to the Hornets. That was a clean block. Knueppel, look at him defensively, y'all. That's what I'm saying. We got some good players. I'm just saying we got to come. LaMelo got to stay healthy. All this shit the key is LaMelo staying healthy. Period. That's it. All that's gonna fix everything, because if LaMelo, all this shit is going well and something go left, everything is out the fucking window.
So I can say this, like that when you got better players, it's a greater chance that your better players are able to stay healthy. Yeah. You don't have to do so much. You don't have to do so much for so long.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing with the Spencer Dinwiddie's and Connor. Well, how you say his name again?
On Knueppel.
No,
Oh,
not
Pat
Connor.
Connaughton. Pat Connaughton.
Connaughton and company. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to help because these are veterans. They know how to get out, and LaMelo don't have such a severe burden to try to make every basket and try to get Miles Bridges to come along with him.
You
Uh-huh.
notice they got a veteran leader at every position.
And
They
then,
got a veteran
boy,
leader. They got
it's not our player right there. What the fuck is wrong with him? God damn. KJ Simpson could have broke his fucking arm right there. Good God. Somebody got to tell me what the fuck's wrong with this guy. But yeah, I agree with you. I hope that is the case that you have these players. They create something for LaMelo. I wouldn't say a load management, but almost a game management. You know, maybe limit his usage rate. You know, where his usage, you get him ready for postseason play. Prepare LaMelo to play a long season. You know, a long season. So that don't mean he need to have his exertion every single time down. Allow other people to do things. LaMelo's still going to be the go-to guy. We know that he's the point guard, all that good shit. But I would just say have other people do things. Maybe let other people take the ball out of his hands. LaMelo likes to go to the two, right? You know, LaMelo plays point guard out of necessity. We heard LaVar Ball say that, right? So do some of that. You know, come off the ball a little bit. You know, that's what I would like to see. Do whatever it takes to have LaMelo there at the end of the year. So if that means doing all of these things, do it.
the roster built like they should be able to attack teams at different types with different types of schemes and stuff like that. There's times LaMelo got to come to the point, and there's times where LaMelo could be the guard and two guard and everything, and there's times where you know what I'm saying, you got Colin Sexton and then you got Dinwiddie and then our boy Trey Man. So you got different situations you can set up. But one thing we do need to do is turn Lusa into a good passer out of post like Draymond is. And we can do that because like we hand off the ball a lot, and then also our big men are the guys who pass the ball on top of the key in some of our sets and stuff like that. So we got to turn Musa into a really good passer and stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Keep going. Turn him into a good passer. That'd be
Super
great.
fan Stacy. I don't know who's more of a super fan, either you or Big Al. But Big Al has been MIA. But nevertheless, are you comfortable with the nest, meaning their roster, with the Hornets nest not having a solidified five?
No, I'm not comfortable with it, but I know what's going on. The Hornets, and this coming from Ricky Gage and everything. I'm just speculating it comes from Ricky Gage that since they had bought new the new practice facility and new stuff for the arena and all that stuff, they're not spending money against the books. So we're gonna moneyball it, and they feel like the center position is something that they don't value that well. And I don't think they value it. They want to build it, build from within with that center position, and then instead of trading for a big market center or whatever. Because really, there's no big market center on the move right now. Everybody's keeping their guy
This shit,
unless something happens.
let me tell you
You know
something.
what I'm
First
What?
fans and
What? Oh, go ahead,
Musa.
Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm just saying we keep talking about the center situation. We really sleeping on Musa Diabate right now.
saying? That's what it comes down to.
Give me 30 seconds. I really think we need to put some respect on this guy's name because let me tell you
Right.
something. Last year, what I seen from Diabate, Mark Williams was not available for the Hornets to start that year. I don't know if people remember this. Diabate had an increased role with Charlotte last year, at least at the very beginning. And then when Williams and these guys came back, it decreased a little bit. But he showed that he was ready to step into a role for this squad. He wouldn't even have a solid role. I think that performance that he did when all of the guys was hurt, and when they traded Richards and all these people, he stepped it up. It garnered him a contract. His contract situation was up in the air last year. His play garnered him a security with the franchise. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Diabate is ready to. I'm not saying be the best center in the league, but he's ready to be to take leadership of that role in Charlotte at the five. I think that's what people are sleeping on because I understand we could use a center, but this thought that is desperation. We are fucked. if we don't get a center, it's over. I like Diabate, Plumlee, and this kid Kalkbrenner. I think we got a nice center rotation because I believe Diabate. I think we sleeping on Diabate. But go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. And
No,
that's
wait,
what
wait, wait,
we
wait, wait, wait. But let me give a
like.
rebuttal. Hold on, Steve. Let me give
Say,
Flight a rebuttal real fast. Right, but Diabate, first of all, he's undersized, and Diabate is out there floating. Most times, Diabate have no clue of what he's going to do on offense, but he do have real good awareness on defense, and he can rebound the ball. He have a knack to finding the ball coming off the rim, but that's not enough because he's too small a flight. So you
well,
gotta have somebody. You gotta have somebody other than Diabate because Diabate have no clue of what he's doing on offense. Like,
That's
what
not
about
true. That's not true, Nick.
okay,
That's not true.
Plumlee's better offensively. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the rotation. That's what I'm saying as well. Okay, Diabate, he's in the like you just said defensively. I like him defending. He ain't gonna be no slouch. Let me tell you, not just gonna do whatever defensively on Diabate. I said already, he ain't gonna be the best center in the league. But I think he could take leadership over that role. Kalkbrenner, I believe, is the future of that role in Charlotte. Is the kid that we seeing right now in the summer league, the 5-man. He's going to be our center, but he ain't ready yet. So I think that if you don't get the big man that we want, of course, we would like to see some if they could go get Bam out of bio or some, of course. That is something crazy. That's wonderful. But if not, the rotation of Diabate, Mason Plumlee. Plumlee, I know that people laugh and joke on him. He's no slouch either, and him coming in Charlotte this time around with a decreased role, or they might feel comfortable with him starting. We don't know what's going to happen right now at that 5 position. I'm just going up what I think, but we'll see. I agree with concerns, but I think he has an increase. He's ready to take a step this year. I seen him with all of the rookies. He was behind LaMelo, Miller, and all these guys too. And he had a shirt on with his shit was drenched in sweat. So it let me know that this guy worked. He wants it. So let's see what happens, and he's gonna have an opportunity to prove it because it seemed like there's a hole there at that 5. We'll see it. We'll see.
Look, Diabate do got a lot of. He does have offensive game. He had offensive game in Michigan. He had offensive game for us last year. He has a Euro step. He has he got a lot of drive off of especially off of pick and rolls and everything. He's so quick that 7-footers can't really get him or whatever. But if he was posted up on him, that's a problem. If they post up on him, that'll be a problem. But when he's trying to post up, it'll be a problem too. But let's say off of pick and roll and stuff like that, he'll get you. And you remember how many oops he caught last year and how many times he dunked on people last year? Bro, like he's a slasher for real. Like, so that's my thing with that. But also, like I was saying, in Moneyball the situation, they're not gonna go after a big name center unless something crazy happens. A lot of teams ain't giving up big name centers. But the next year's draft is a center's draft. That I can count to you 10 first round centers already. 10 to 15 first round centers. For real. It's that deep in centers in next year's draft. This Carlos Boozer, AJ Bonson draft, it's gonna be full of centers. So I'm telling you, like I see them not having a money budget on the center. Like I think that they're not gonna spend $15 million on the center. No more than $15 on the center, bro. That's what they thinking. It's a business too. They trying to make their money back in Charlotte. They trying to make their money back. You know what I'm saying? So and they feel like the positions they value is guard and small forward. It's guard and wing. That's how they feel. So that's what I see, Dex. That's the answer to that. So I don't think they need to go after another center because who's going to play our style at that position? You know what I'm saying? For cheap. Who do you want? Like, think of a center that you would want that would fit what we do.
I like Bam Adebayo.
I mean, Bam's not going to get moved to us because Bam is playing for Miami. So anybody that's in our division, count them out.
I like Clint Capella. I think Clint Capella would have been a superior fit.
Yeah, he said
What? He got signed. He just got signed, so he wants to be the back of the roster. Think of another team. Make it make sense. Like you gotta think about it. Like don't nobody in our division. You know what I'm saying? That's no Cam, there's no Wendell Carter, there's no Onyeka Kongu, there's none of that. You know what I'm saying? There's no Alex Sarr. So move them out the way. And now when you talk about Clint Capella, he just signed with the Rockets. He took a contract to be the backup of the Rockets. So he out the way. Think about anybody else, man. Try to make it make sense.
No. I was speaking about Clint Capella when he was available, not now. I'm talking about when he
Yeah,
was available.
I'm talking about now. Cause we can do it. Honestly, the Hornets can trade for anybody. They got the capital. They got the finances. They can trade for anybody. They can trade for anybody. Who would you want? And let's see if they fit our team.
Yo, right now, to add to your thing about Hornets trading for anybody, they got the young pieces now to trade for anybody if they really wanted to. I'm just saying they got some picks and they got some young people to put on the table. You know, if something was to ever arise that's very attractive, you know. I'm just saying they got pieces and they got people that they could throw in there and make a deal work.
Yeah, and so who would you even want? So think about that. Who would you want if they traded for anybody that on that deal?
Williamson and Charlotte. You know, I think that's the big crescendo. We eyeballing New Orleans right now. So I think that's the plan.
Ain't that from New Orleans coming over to Charlotte. You can forget that. Joe Dumars already spoke on that. Recently.
But I've heard Bleacher Report posted something to it as well. They proposed the deal. I believe I seen Miles Bridges, T.J. Salon, and Nick Smith was the three players going to New Orleans.
We're not giving up.
Everybody seen that.
We don't have
proposed that trade days ago.
We don't have to give up that much. We don't have to. Bleacher Report is stupid.
But it wasn't from a reliable source. Whoever proposed that trade wasn't from a reliable source.
Right. And then another thing is we don't have to give up that much to get Zion. We don't have to give up that much.
Zion is not coming. Stop that. That dream is dead. It's deferred.
I know that. You know what I'm saying? Me being a facility
hit that cash out.
But I would tell you that once again, I'll tell you about that. Like they not trying to move Zion right now. The season has to get real drastic in their movement at the trade deadline or something like that. That's possible. But as of right now, Zion ain't getting moved. And then another thing is you don't have to give up that much to get Zion right now. His value is not that high. He only played 30 games last year. You know what I'm saying? His value is very low, especially with the way he got going on off the court. That's what Joe Dumars is trying to do, is boost his value.
You're going to have to give up something. And Miles is going to be the cornerstone or whatever. So
Miles in first round draft pick.
You're going to make the
Miles. I'll say it'd be this simple. Miles, Nick Smith Jr. and some first round draft picks, bro. That's all it takes to get Zion. T-John don't have to go. He does not have to go.
I doubt you'll need more than that. Because Zion is a seat filler. You guys forget about that part.
But no. You're talking to a New Orleans reporter, bro. That's my Western Conference team. I know the system, bro. Like honestly, T-John. Why would they take on T-John when they got Trey Murphy? It's the same player. When you think about it, Trey Murphy just.
I'm not talking about T-John. I'm talking about you're gonna need more than Nick Junior first round pick and Miles for Zion.
No. You need multiple first rounders. We got a whole bunch of first rounders, bro. They don't. They don't have that much.
Stacey, you gotta peel back some of the layers because we know Zion is an issue off the court, but when healthy, Zion is a seat filler. He's sensational, and he's going to garner TV, national televised games. So all that is big money. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't throw anybody to get Zion because you think his value is low. Yeah, his value might be low as a player on the court because of his health issues and his off-court issues. But once he's healthy, all Zion want to do is play basketball. Once he's healthy, you know that and I know that. And he's a monster, unstoppable court.
Okay. I'll put it like this: Charlotte Hornets got 9 first round draft picks. We got 12, 12 second round draft picks. The Pelicans only got two. In the next 5 years, the Pelicans only got two first round draft picks. They don't have them. They don't have a draft, bro. They've been trading around. Messed them up. David Griffin messed them up. And then, mind you, last year to get Derek Queen, they traded their first rounder to the Hawks to get Derek Queen. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like so the Hawks got they first round. That's how you would get it. You would get them by giving them multiple first rounders and some second rounders with all the stuff you got, and then Miles to make the money work, and then you also give them Nick Smith and probably Josh Green or whatever, because they have a guard issue too, and they have shooting three issue as well. They can't shoot threes. I'm telling you, the Pelicans
No,
my team.
you
I
said the
know
key.
that.
No, but you up the ante though. But at first you was trying to get Zion
Oh,
for pennies on a dollar. But you upped it by saying multiple first round. I
yeah,
can't argue against that. I cannot
I,
deconstruct that. I agree with you. It's going to take multiple first rounds.
Dex, Dex, Dex. That's what I was saying. I wasn't when I said first rounders, I was saying first rounders. I wasn't saying first round, one first round. I was talking about multiple first rounds from the get go. So yeah, that's what I was standing in. You don't have to give a teacher on point. You don't have to give a teacher on point, bro. I wouldn't give a teacher on right now anyway, bro. I wouldn't. And it's not being a fan supporter or teacher. I just wouldn't do it. Like, you a young guy, dog. That boy only 19 years old. We don't know what he's gonna become. You feel me?
Hey, get something
He
for the
has
kids
a
right now, damn.
his potential is higher than a lot of players ever going to get. That's players are never going to get how good as that T-John may get. You feel me? That they're never going to get. That's the players right now who are playing well. They're never going to get as good as T-John may get. Good job, PJ Hall. Good job, bro. We about to blow these boys out, man. This game almost over with. Like,
Can we get a
hurry
score
up.
update?
82-52, man. 82-52. 82-55 now. Yeah, they in trouble, bro. Even Sacramento in trouble more. They got some good defense though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sacramento got some hoopers. They got the Carter kid and all that stuff. They had a player today who went off today. Small forward for them went off today.
Kern
Yeah, they got him.
Knueppel just hit a mid-range corner jumper. It's
He
84.
feeling himself.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all here at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Charlotte Hornets Championship live. We might even have a 30-minute early special for you guys. It's time to talk because the Hornets, we're going for gold. This is the beginning of something special. And if we hear that McNeely and company is playing, goddamn it, we're going live an hour before. It's Flight Sports TV.
Also, like when we go back to that center situation or big situation, I don't see any team moving their centers right now. I really don't. And then there's nobody I see that's working besides like, you know what I'm saying, Sabonis, Jokic, all of that stuff. Like they ain't moving them. They're not moving them, bro. They're not. The Kings are not getting rid of Sabonis or Jokic at all. So we this is our center core right now. We can upgrade at forward, but in guard, but we can't upgrade at center right now. That's what I feel. That's where I'm coming from with. That's why I think, you know what I'm saying. I'm speculating that we can upgrade from forward, power forward, and shooting guard, but upgrading that center is not something we're expecting to next off season. They can shock me though, because Jeff Peterson be fleecing people. You understand where I'm coming from, Dick? You got any rebuttal to that? Hey, well, how y'all feel about that? I just see for a thing. We want to upgrade from center, but I think they money balling at the center position. I don't think they. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the Hornets spend money at center since Dwight Howard.
You got. I think you got a valid point. So no, I don't have a rebuttal for it. So I'm in consensus with that. That the Hornets probably is keeping their purse strings close to their vest for that five position. You said something that I wasn't aware of, Stacy. You said that next year draft is a center's dream. So I'm not aware of that. We're going to see how that unfolds when that comes, and see if Charlotte go dive in for one or get one at the trade deadline. But yeah, you said something that was pretty interesting, that they're not moneyballing the five spot because they don't value it this season. as it probably will in future seasons.
Well, they're gonna have to value something because they can't allow themselves to go into a hole this year. This is do or die. I think the Hornets have to be successful. They have to be competitive. We shall see.
Whoa, 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 fight. Oh my God, you said something that was important. You said do or die. How did you get to that extreme with the Charlotte Hornets this season?
Because I just think that they can't have another year like the other ones. I think that they just can't. The sum's got to give. Just it's not gonna work. I mean, the Hornets cannot have another losing season under LaMelo Ball. Whether injuries come into play or what, no matter what, when it's all chalked up, they cannot have another losing season. Progress must be made. If it's not, I think that you move on from LaMelo, you move on from Bridges. It's just time to give Peterson and company their own vision of the players that they want, because we got to understand, as much as we love LaMelo, that was not the pick of Peterson. That was not the pick of Snell and Plotkin and all that. LaMelo is a Michael Jordan selection. LaMelo is a selection from the previous regime. So as much as we love, we have to understand that when somebody, if you took over a company, you might hang out with the people that's there already, but eventually you want to fire all these people and bring your people in. That's just how it works. And they're giving these guys the benefit of the doubt because how talented they are. LaMelo is a talented guy. He sells tickets. You understand? They have to be mindful of that. Miles Bridges, that's LaMelo's boy. You understand? Why? If Miles was on any other organization going through what he went through, he would have been cut. You understand? But due to his relationship with LaMelo Ball, it just couldn't happen. And that I think that had him that held him down. And now, this is what I feel. It's time for the Hornets to win. You just have to see, and I think you have to give them that opportunity because it looked like they got the players they want with Zion, James, McNeely, Khan. These are their picks, So that's what I believe is do or die. It's time for Peterson and company to have their vision, and LaMelo and Bridges, if they have to perform this year for the Hornets to see if they're in the vision of Peterson and them. Because they're not going nowhere. They just got there. Melo and them gonna leave before Peterson. Remember, I told y'all that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. So Flight got him on a microscopic petri dish, and he says do or die because these are remnants, Miles and LaMelo, remnants of the previous organization and the previous regime. But one thing, not only Miles like had a relationship with LaMelo, he had a relationship with Michael Jordan because even when he was going through that ordeal, he was FaceTiming Michael Jordan on several occasions. What the conversation was, I don't know. But Michael was a silent supporter of Miles Bridges when he was going through his off court issues.
Yeah,
And my thing about it too is I agree with you, Flight, and that's how I felt even before I started talking about this situation. As we go into this fourth quarter, man, we winning 92-67, but we got to hit over 100 today. But yeah, what I was saying, like they might go into the end of the season and see where they stand and see where their issues were, where their flaws was at, and then fix their flaws. You know what I mean? They might go into it just like that. Because, like, next year, we're going to go ahead and give Brandon an extension by the end of next year. It might not hit, and it might not reflect into the year after that because he's still on a rookie deal. We still got him another year on the rookie, 2 more years on the rookie deal next season, and then the season after that, he'll be on the rookie deal. They might just wait it out. They'll have the money, you know, and that's when they might capitalize on where superstars they might go after or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But as of right, they might play this whole season out or All Star Week. I'm talking trade deadline all the way up to trade deadline before they fix any
And
issues
then,
they may
and
have.
then another thing, we got to also, I got my eyes on Charles Lee. Let me tell you something right now. If shit start going left, they're going to try to blame LaMelo. I already seen it last year already, and I'm just throwing this out there now. LaMelo is the ultimate fall guy for the Charlotte Hornets. He's the guy that provides job security for the Charles Lees of the world. Charles Lee got to win next season. If they get off to a slow start, Charles Lee could just bench LaMelo and put it all on him. Blame LaMelo for all it, get him fired. Just get LaMelo traded because that gives him more time with the squad. Who's to say that Charles Lee don't just want all these young players to run it? That way he around for longer. Because around with LaMelo and Bridges, there's going to be some level of expectations. So I just feel like I got my eyes on Charles Lee. He showed me last year that he would bench LaMelo. So they could make LaMelo a fall guy here if things don't go right. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
But
I'm watching that.
you do know that Melo hit 50 the next game after that happened, right? That was the next game that Melo hit 50.
I understand, but
Yeah.
I'm just got my eyes on Charles Lee, and the Hornets. Just making sure that LaMelo's not the fall guy if things go left. But he's going to be. 'Cause that's just who he is in the franchise.
What's so crazy? I don't even think things can go left, man. I'm so optimistic about this season. I think we're gonna start off the season like this. I really think we're gonna start off the season in a 6-0 run. I think we're gonna start off the season 6-0. It's very possible we're the number one team in the league for the first week or first month of the year. So look how they playing, bro. This is just a summer league team, bro. Like, imagine what the stars are gonna be like, bro. And the real superstars, the people that really can hit these shots, and really, we already know LaMelo's issue. You know what I'm saying? He can't be stopped. Not even in his own division, he can be stopped. Ain't nobody can stop Melo, bro. So I can see this being a very successful beginning of the season for Charlotte Hornets. So I ain't even worried about him.
Do LaMelo come in the season with a new approach to basketball? Do we add to his game? Do we add to the atmosphere of the Charlotte Hornets? Do he keep the nest buzzing?
Dex, I think LaMelo got to continue being the same player he was last year. That was not a bad basketball player, bro. That was a really good basketball player. LaMelo was elite last year. You can still look at the stats and see that he was elite in a lot of things he was doing. And the way he started the year, it was crazy. It's crazy. Like, he has the best first month stats than anybody last year, bro. And we saw that on tape. He was out there out hooping everybody. Come on now, that 1-footer jumper, bro. Like, come on now. And where he was pulling it from, the step that he was creating stuff, bro. He was just out there creating stuff. This man was out there being Tony Hawk out there, man. Real talk, like, he was out there being Wayne Gretzky out there, man. He don't. It's not his game that got to change. It's everybody else. It's not his game. I'll be the first to admit if it's his game that got to change. It's not his game. Everybody else has got the issue. That's the answer to that, Dick.
I feel you, because consistent. LaMelo had a first All NBA team first month. Um, Everybody thought LaMelo was going to take that next step and take over the point guard situation in the East. I guess unfortunately he got hurt because he was putting up atrocity numbers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those numbers were just, man, it was just so demonstrative, and he was doing it with ease. That's what made it so spectacular.
Yeah, man. He was out there looking like Lamar, bro. I keep on comparing him to the superstar. He's gonna be one of the best players of this era. I keep on comparing him to these best players of this era type of guys. He got all of that, bro, from what we saw. This ain't no like, a fan or somebody who just crazy. But have y'all not noticed this? You're talking to me how realistic I am. I'm telling you, and I got the knowledge to speak on these things, and I also hoop myself. I'm not just saying this as a super supporter or something like that. I'm saying this as somebody who knows sports and knows, what I'm saying, what it takes to be elite and everything. And LaMelo got all of that. And I won't back down from that. You know what I mean? From saying that. I'll be the first person to admit when he's not. As of right now, he is, bro. We know that he's
Well,
like a mess with.
yep. Well, me and you are consensus, but everybody's not in consensus. And let me tell you, there's a boogeyman in the chat. There is a boogeyman in the chat, and his name is Sky. And when we were talking about LaMelo and all the wonderful things that he does and can do, Sky called Cap. Now, Sky, since you called Cap, you need to elaborate in the chat or on the panel why is Cap when it comes to LaMelo in the Charlotte Hornets.
Well,
Bro,
I
I ain't
mean,
in
Scott know that we about to get Zion. We're gonna be the major players when Zion become available. We're gonna put the compelling offer on the table and bring Zion home to the Carolinas. So he
I'm
always
gonna tell
gonna
you.
have some.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Zion come. He gonna. I might. Zion go to. In fact, he might do it this year. But I might move Zion to guard, bro.
A guard?
Re-
What kind of
Oh
guard?
yeah, nah.
Just slash,
Ex-
bro. Like the way
Like, drop the
Colin
link
said.
for Sky and see if you want to come up. What kind of
I'm
guard?
good.
Explain that.
I'm going small ball
Basically,
five.
well, basically, Zion dropped the ball 18 times a game. He collapses the whole defense 18 times a game. He don't. He that's no forward goes over 12 times a game. Y'all remember me telling y'all about driving the ball. What's the stats from driving the ball? Zion also on the drives. He also causes a lot of fouls. Like a lot of people foul him, and he played like a bigger Colin Sexton and all of that stuff. So he will be a great slasher instead of being a power forward or center a small ball center. Really, when you get Zion, you become a team that's a positionless basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got Melo who's 6'7", you got Brandon that's 6'9", and whatever you do with center and other places on the team. Zion would I would match. He's 6'6", bro. So he has the ability. He's a super freak athlete. We're not asking him to shoot, and we're not asking him to stay on the wing at all. We're not going to have him being out down the wing. We're going to want him in the middle of the floor, going downhill every play, and that stretches the defense out so if he kicks it out, somebody wide open to hit the three.
So you want a heliocentric offense surrounded by Zion. Everybody else on the outside. So this would be something like the Houston Rockets, but only thing is from the outside in instead of the inside out.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and exactly what you're talking about with the Houston Rockets. You're talking about Kings Houston, right? You're talking about the Houston,
Exactly. A king.
where Rudy was running it, where King was the one
Yeah.
guy in and everyone else was four out. Um,
Yep.
I, it'll be four out, but it will be something like that, but everybody's movement. And we kind of ran it last year. Grant Williams was running last year, but he tore his ACL running it. Where he like the quarterback of the offense, and he handing the ball off, and you running the pitch through him and stuff like that. You remember that when we were doing that with Grant and then everything, but
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying?
I recall. Yeah. But listen, Stacy, I'm not
So
trying to
what
be a
happened?
dream killer, but Zion, that's a lot of usage, and we already know his injury history.
Yeah, yeah. That we'll be deep at that time, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. We got the money to have extra stuff that go behind it, and that's and I've never said move on from Grant Williams. I never said that. So when Zion, played his minutes, we're putting Grant to come in and do it too. Right behind or even T. John come in and do the same thing, and when he get his minutes. So that's what I would do. Like the moment that Zion's on the court, he's a guard slash he's a big man too. Like he go positionless basketball. Just simply putting it like that. But on defense, I would want Zion to guard wings and guard. I don't want him to guard power forward or nothing like that. I don't want to put him out of position. He can get his own rebound. He can pass. He can do all that stuff. Also, Willie Green does not know how to play Zion. He never did. His boy did
Okay,
though.
so
Van
so
Gundy,
so
Van
if you
Gundy,
so hold on, Stacey. Let me pick your brain. So if you are able to acquire Zion,
mhm.
do that mean Con Knueppel is kicked off the team?
No, no, not at all. They stay on the team. They on the rookie contract. I don't.
There's a lot of young people, other young people they could move except him.
Yeah, ain't none of that. Like, no, you don't
It's
got to
too
move
much.
nobody. you got to move nobody but Miles Bridges and Nick Smith Jr. People that we already know.
I don't agree with that one. I believe that you're gonna have to throw TJ and Salon in something. Somebody's got to. We're gonna have to lose something. You know,
Oh,
Miles is the gimme. He's the
we're gonna
gimme.
lose. We're
He's
gonna
just
lose.
Miles is being used to make the money right. You know, so I don't think any team is looking at Miles as the long term solution. You
I
know, but he
understand.
just makes the money right. You know, so you bring Miles in, and the people who is the long term solution are the two other people that go along with that, which is TJ is going to be the future. You know,
Mm-hmm.
wherever he go to New Orleans, and he could develop into that guy. You know, in New Orleans. You know, but
Nah,
let's see what happens.
I'm explaining it to you just like this. I'm explaining it to you. First of all, Miles is from Detroit. Joe Dumars is from Detroit. He used to watch Miles when he was in high school. So Joe Dumars already liked Miles. The whole thing about he already liked him. He's already on his want list. Miles is. The second thing is they don't have no draft picks and they don't have cap space. You understand that Dejounte Murray makes $32 million. You understand that even though they moved on to C.J. McCollum, what's it called? Jordan Poole come in and make the same amount as C.J. McCollum. He's just 10 years younger than him. Then you got Zion making 39, and you got what's his name? Herb just got a contract extension, even though he's only at 13 million right now. The next couple of years, he's gonna be at 20 something million, and then you turn around with Trey Murphy making $25 million. They don't have the money. The Pelicans don't have the money, and they don't have the draft picks on their own right. So we get them multiple draft picks. You can get Zion, bro, with Miles Bridges and everything. T. John's not somebody they want to deal with. They already got Trey Murphy, and they already got Derek Queen, and they got Ease Meeson, they got Carl Mikovich.
But
There's a
but Dijon, but Dijon is a Frenchman, and we all know the connection between New
no,
Orleans and French. In France.
they got nothing. They would be drafting French players. They don't got nobody on their team from France. They don't got nobody on their team from France. No, they don't want T. John. They good. They got Carl Mikovich, and they got Derek Queen, and then they got Shoemate from Minnesota State, who actually went to school, same school as Joe Dumars. They don't want T. John. They want Miles. They will overpay for Miles. They will overpay for Miles. Why? Because they feel like he's a cheaper, watered down version of Zion, and the fact that he's from Detroit, and the whole base of New Orleans Pelicans are Detroit guys. Think about that. Willie Green from Detroit. The assistant coach is from Detroit. And also Joe Dumars is at Detroit, even though he's from New Orleans and went to Minnesota State. He's from Bogart, Louisiana, something like that in that area. Yeah, but he's been in Detroit since the '80s. Yeah, the whole thought process is they will love to have those type of guys. They want those gritty type of players, Michigan players on their team. Yeah, because if we gave a T. Johnson line, they'll have to give me Herb Jones. I'm not Herb or Trey Murphy. They have to. I ain't with the conspiracy theories because these folks ain't
Okay,
from the
what
same.
about Jordan Hawkins? He's a scoring machine,
Jordan
undiscovered.
Hawk, Jordan Hawkins.
Yeah,
Hawk, Hawk
yeah,
played terrible. Hawk played terrible last year. I'm a Hawk. I want Hawk to work out. He's from Prince George County and everything, from Baltimore and all that junk. Like I wanted Hawk to work out. And when he was at UConn, he played terrible last year. A part of that is their system where they only run ISO. It's Zion or nothing in their system. Hawk need to be in a system where he's running the baseline like a swing man. He's running around the perimeter, moving around the perimeter and stuff like that, catching his shot and everything. Yeah, man, Hawk played terrible, bro. Like Hawk may be out the league the New Orleans played with him.
what?
Somebody, yeah, it was that bad, bro. It was that bad, bro. It was that bad, dog. I watched every Hornets game and I watched every
Well,
Pelican
hang on
game.
a
Like,
sec. Hey, we got breaking news in the NBA right now. I don't know if anybody heard it, but Marcus Smart has agreed to a buyout, and he's headed to the Los Angeles Lakers. So,
oh, that's good
yeah,
for him.
that's pretty wild.
I thought he would with Miami, but
He
they
still
need that
can't
though.
shoot.
Yeah, that's cool, but he got locked down defense though. they need somebody to basically give Booker problems whenever they play the Suns and whenever they play a lot of those guards in their division and a lot of guards in the West. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they need somebody to play that. Man, we just won by 49 points, bro. 39.
Hey,
39.
somebody said Khan got hurt.
He busted his head and they just took him to the back. It's nothing bad. He walked off the court and everything. They just took him to the back. He got scratched his eye or something like that, scratched his head or something. Yeah, they need that. Marcus Smart is somebody they really need at the Lakers to be a point guard defender. They need that. That's a good move for the Lakers. Real good move. He ain't gonna score for you, but he's gonna lock people down. Hornets
I'm a
going to
Laker
the finals, yo.
Yep, they deserve it. Congratulations. Flight going live, so y'all be on deck. Hornets in the final. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Y'all, I got evening. I got to get going and everything. So let me hit y'all back. I really enjoyed that moment. Like everything. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And we'll
All right, Percy.
All right, man. Be blessed, fight. Be blessed.
Okay, bye. That was Stacey Van Diver, a real serious contributor to Flight Sports TV. He's a deep diver when it comes to information. So most times you don't get any rebuttal or indifference when it comes to Stacey because he's a deep diver. But sometimes Stacey can dive a little too deep and he might drown a little bit, and that's when I have to come in and say. Other than that, hey, he's a spot him, got him type of guy, and he's gonna give you the facts, and he's gonna run it down to you, and it's not gonna take long for him to do it because he's good at what he do. So shout out to Stacey Van Diver for his contribution to Flight Sports TV. We'll get more of him tomorrow. It should be very interesting that the Charlotte Hornets are in a championship atmosphere. When the last time you can say that about Charlotte? I think never. So this could be a first. This could be a historical moment for the organization, albeit it's the summer league, but still, a champion is a champion. What you say about that, Flight?
You done, Dex? We'll probably pull back up later on. I got to step off for a quick second. Listen, we got the championship game tomorrow night. God damn it! Y'all better make sure y'all buckle up. It's Flight Sports Live. You already know what time it is. The Charlotte Hornets. There's no really more intriguing games on for the evening. The next intriguing game will be the Charlotte Hornets. Y'all stay tuned to Flight Sports TV. Hit the goddamn bell on the icon. The night ain't over. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.